When you think of Southeast Asia, two names almost instantly stand out: Malaysia and Indonesia. Both countries share deep historical ties, rich cultures, diverse populations, and growing economies. Yet, when it comes to their global image, a fascinating debate arises: who is viewed more positively on the international stage, Malaysia or Indonesia? Malaysia, with its ultra-modern cities like Kuala Lumpur, towering skyscrapers, and efficient infrastructure, often earns praise for its development and global business environment. On the other hand, Indonesia, the world's fourth most populous country, boasts a massive economy, a vibrant democratic setup, and an influential voice in global Islamic leadership. But global image isn't just about GDP or tourism numbers. It involves diplomatic influence, cultural exports, international media portrayal, political stability, human rights, and even how citizens behave abroad. So who leads in global perception? Today, we're diving deep into this Malaysia versus Indonesia battle, not to pick sides, but to uncover the layers that shape how the world sees these two powerful nations. Stay tuned until the end, because some results may surprise you. And before we continue, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss insightful comparisons like this one. Also, comment below who you think has the better global image and why. International tourism and hospitality. Malaysia's global image. Malaysia is often seen as one of Asia's top travel gems: clean, modern, and affordable. International tourists often praise Malaysia for its infrastructure, from the KLIA airport to the KL Tower and Petronas Twin Towers. The multicultural harmony between Malays, Chinese, and Indians is celebrated as a symbol of coexistence. Indonesia's global image. Indonesia, however, outshines in natural beauty and exotic experiences. With over 17,000 islands and iconic destinations like Bali, Yogyakarta, and Komodo, Indonesia attracts a larger number of tourists annually. Bali alone has become a global brand, drawing digital nomads and influencers from around the world. Winner. And the winner is Indonesia, for its massive global tourism brand and broader appeal in the travel world. Culture, language and entertainment influence. Malaysia's cultural soft power. Malaysia is known for its food culture, think nasi lemak and roti canai, but its global entertainment influence is relatively low. While Malaysian artists have broken into regional music scenes, few are known globally. However, Malaysia's bilingual education system and English proficiency give it a communication edge. Indonesia's cultural soft power. Indonesia, on the other hand, is dominating global digital culture. Indonesian TikTokers, musicians, and YouTubers have millions of international followers. Artists like Rich Brian and Nicki are representing Indonesia in the Western music scene. The Bahasa Indonesia language is also easier to learn, and more foreigners are picking it up. Winner. Indonesia, for its stronger presence in global music, digital content, and youth appeal. Political stability and diplomatic influence. Malaysia's diplomatic standing. Malaysia is seen as a neutral, moderate Muslim country. It plays an active role in ASEAN, maintains strong relations with the US, China, and the Middle East, and is often applauded for its peaceful foreign policy. But internal politics, frequent changes of leadership, and racial politics can affect its global trust. Indonesia's diplomatic power. Indonesia is a G20 member and often leads discussions in Islamic cooperation and climate negotiations. As the largest Muslim-majority democracy, it enjoys significant soft power among both Western democracies and Islamic nations. Jakarta's leadership in ASEAN is also widely acknowledged. Winner. Indonesia, for its democratic credentials and global diplomacy presence. Economic image and business environment. Malaysia's economy abroad. Malaysia is globally respected for its industrial economy, modern infrastructure, and position as a business hub for Southeast Asia. Foreign investors often prefer Malaysia for its stability, ease of doing business, and skilled workforce. Kuala Lumpur ranks highly as a business-friendly city. Indonesia's economic image. Indonesia has a massive domestic market, which appeals to investors. However, bureaucracy, corruption perception, and underdeveloped infrastructure in some areas can make international business more cautious. That said, Indonesia's rapid growth and resource wealth give it strong economic potential. Winner, Malaysia, for its better ease of doing business reputation and modern economic framework. Human rights, press freedom and democracy. Malaysia's global perception. Malaysia is considered semi-democratic, with restrictions on press freedom and speech, especially around racial and religious topics. While it has improved over the years, foreign media often highlight these limitations, impacting its image in the West. Indonesia's democratic recognition. Indonesia is celebrated as one of the world's largest democracies. Although it has issues like corruption, religious intolerance, and press restrictions, it is still perceived as more open politically. The peaceful transfer of power and active civil society are plus points. Winner, Indonesia, for its recognition as a thriving democratic country. Citizen behavior abroad and diaspora image. Malaysian diaspora. Malaysians abroad are generally perceived as educated, polite, and professional. Their English fluency helps them integrate easily into Western countries. Malaysia's overseas students are praised for high performance, especially in the UK and Australia. Indonesian diaspora. Indonesia's large diaspora includes many domestic workers, laborers, and migrants, especially in the Middle East and East Asia. While many work hard and contribute significantly, there are occasional negative stereotypes due to isolated incidents or labor conditions. Winner, Malaysia, for its better educated and more positively perceived diaspora image. Media portrayal and global news. Malaysia in global media. Malaysia is usually featured in global news for its economy, tourism, and rare political scandals, like 1MDB. However, it is rarely in headlines for crises or controversies compared to some other nations. Its image is largely stable. Indonesia in global media. Indonesia appears in both positive and negative news. While it is praised for democracy and culture, disasters, like tsunamis, religious tensions, and controversial laws occasionally make international headlines. Winner, Malaysia, for having a more consistently positive media portrayal. Education and academic perception. Malaysia's education image. Malaysia is a rising education hub. Universities like University of Malaya, Sunway University, and INTI International attract students from across Asia and Africa. English medium instruction adds to its appeal. Indonesia's education image. Indonesia has world-class institutions like Universitas Indonesia, but they don't attract as many foreign students due to language barriers and lower global rankings. Winner, Malaysia, for its international education appeal and English language education system. Technology and digital adoption. Malaysia's image. Malaysia is known for its Smart Cities initiative, strong mobile penetration, and growing fintech sector. It positions itself as a tech-friendly nation in Southeast Asia. Indonesia's tech power. Indonesia is home to unicorn startups like Gojek, Tokopedia, and Traveloka. Its youth-driven digital economy and massive user base give it huge potential, although tech infrastructure in rural areas still lags. Winner. Indonesia, for its booming startup culture and innovation influence. Final verdict: who has the better global image? Let's do a quick tally. Tourism and hospitality, Indonesia. Culture and entertainment, Indonesia. Diplomacy and politics, Indonesia. Economy and business, Malaysia. Democracy and rights, Indonesia. Diaspora image, Malaysia. Media portrayal, Malaysia. Education, Malaysia. Technology, Indonesia. Score, Indonesia, 5 Malaysia, 4. Both countries have strong global images in different areas, but Indonesia slightly leads due to its cultural influence, democratic recognition, and diplomatic presence. Malaysia, however, shines in education, business, and diaspora reputation. Not competitors, but complementary. While the scoreboard may tip slightly in Indonesia's favor, the truth is, Malaysia and Indonesia are both rising stars of Southeast Asia, each with unique strengths and challenges. Their global image is shaped not just by media or diplomacy, but by the actions of their people, their values, and their vision for the future. So instead of asking, who is better, maybe the better question is, how can both nations lift each other up and represent Southeast Asia proudly on the world stage? Call to action. If you love this deep dive, smash the like button, subscribe for more thought-provoking comparisons, and drop your opinion in the comments. Which country do you think has the better global image, and why? Stay curious, and see you in the next video.